What if the conflict between South Africans and Nigerians it grows out of proportion today? What will happen to South Africa and to ordinary South Africans? Let's say that the conflict grow to the trade level. What will happen to South Africa and to South Africans? What will happen? That is my question in this video that we are going to be indulging in. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel, Let's Talk Africa. My name is Mastol. I hope that you are doing great. Hope that you are doing well. I hope that you are doing wonderful. I hope that you are doing fine. Please make sure that you like and you subscribe to my channel. I hope that you will enjoy the rest of this video. One of the things that I'm here to talk about today, it's about Nigeria and South Africans, the conflict that is growing and the organization behind the conflict that is growing between South Africans and Nigerians. And I'm not here to defend crime, but I'm here to show another side of Nigeria, which is very, very good to South Africa. And I want us, whenever that we want to chase Nigerians out of South Africa, we should consider that what is that good of Nigeria, what is that good of Nigeria for South Africa? I'm not sure if I am clear in that. So one of the things is that South Africa is one of the biggest Nigerian partner. And then these two countries, they happen to be the biggest economy in Africa. So what if these countries are splitting, they do not get along because of the conflicts that start from the street level to the international level, where the countries cannot see eye to eye in terms of trade? I'm going to be breaking down on why I am asking these questions to you today. So what make Nigeria to be very, very important to South Africa and to South Africans, because the Nigerians, it affect our lives direct. That is one of the things that you must know, that Nigeria, it has an impact in our lives. So one of the things that Nigeria sell crude oil to South Africa with an affordable price, which means it sells crude oil very, very cheap. Nearly 50 to 60%, up to 70% of South Africa's crude oil come from Nigeria. Why crude oil? Crude oil is a very, very cheap material to convert into diesel, into paraffin, into your engine oil, into your jet fuel, into your gasoline, in everything that is burnable. You can convert that. So when South Africa is importing that oil from Nigeria, there are several things that are happening. That Nigeria is too close to South Africa. They just go just into the Atlantic Ocean and deliver to South Africa. And also one of the biggest partner is in Africa is Angola. Angola is shipping about 17%, if I'm not mistaken, 17% to 20% of their contribution. Then there are other countries like Saudi Arabia and United States and United of Arab Emirates. There are those countries also that are importing to South Africa. But what is very, very important what make Nigeria to stand out? South Africa spend about 1.8 to 1.9 billion to trade on crude oil, to buy crude oil from Nigeria. Because when South Africa buy that crude oil from Nigeria, what is happening is that crude oil, it get converted in this section, it get converted to the petrol, to the diesel, to the paraffin, to the jet fuel. So every time South Africa buy its stores. Let's say the scenario happened that we were not in partner, we were not importing our crude oil from Nigeria. What is happening now? Our petrol would have go to maybe 40 rand per liter now. In this situation, that is what is happening. If we were importing everything from these countries, from these Arabian countries, from the Middle East, because we have a strong relations with the Middle East also. We are importing oil and there, but in those countries we are not importing oil. Most of them we are importing finished product. We import, for example, in Oman, most of our petrol it comes from Oman. So what would have happened if this strike now? You see now your petrol only increased by 2 rand because of Nigeria. If that crude oil, if we did not have that crude oil that is coming from Nigeria, I know that you are going to say in the comment section, no, we are not begging for it, we are buying it. Yeah, based on relation. The reason why we are able to buy, and the reason why South Africa is able to purchase that amount of oil from Nigeria, it is because of relations. So there are bilateral relationships that we have with Nigeria. For example, about 100 companies in Nigeria that are from South Africa. You can name them, like ShopRite, Pep, and you can name them ShopRite, Pep, and MTN, and other more, and Pick and Pays. There are some Pick and Pays in Nigeria. You see, but there are few companies from Nigeria. The one that is notable is Dangote. So in Nigeria, we have not yet import a finished product of oil. I mean finished product like petrol and diesel. We have not yet imported that. But we heavily import crude oil. What is a crude oil? It's like a sample where you buy let's say a maize. You convert it into a samp. You convert it into a maize meal. It's something like that. So it is convertible. So that in our refinery, we have a refinery in Durban, we have a refinery in Cape Town, and then those refineries depend solely in Nigeria for the supply from Nigeria. I'm not saying Nigeria is the only, but I'm trying to paint you the picture that how important is the Nigeria to South African economy. So today I want you to ask yourself a question. If the relationship deteriorates, it breaks down, it goes down, what will happen to ordinary South Africans? Because one of the things that we are going to face is the transportation system. Food prices are going to increase. Many things are going to increase. Because we are heavily investing in Nigerian crude oil. So some of you, maybe you will hate this video. You will hate this video, say that we don't need anything from Nigeria. Nigeria is importing like massive oil to South Africa. I'm not sure that those things, do you know? And then here, I'm not here also to defend crime. You must know that. I'm not here to defend crime, but I'm here to paint you another picture of Nigeria, because many of South Africans, they see Nigeria, they think Nigeria is a beggar. I'm talking about on a country level. I'm not looking on individual. Nigeria on its own, it does not suffer. It is not. It does not need. It does not need sympathy. Nigeria is a powerful country in Africa. So today I want to impose this question to you. What do you think about Nigeria? Do you think what you are doing as South Africans, is it right? Or should we have another strategy, like facing our government? How did these drugs get in? How did this lab establish? You know what? The funny thing is that many of the labs that are being busted in South Africa, I think like they are minor, if not zero, of Nigerians who have been caught. Mexican have been caught, Brazilian have been caught, and then other Asian nationality have been caught in a drug lab in South Africa. But on those people, there are no Nigerians. And then yet Nigerians are selling drugs on the street, but we are not focusing who is distributing them, who is making them, because these things are being made here in the country. And then there are people who are specializing on making them in the country. But we just see Nigerians at the end of the rope, at the rope, and then we decide that these people are the problem. Not saying what is the root cause of these things. Going after the laboratory. Because it's a big syndicate. What is happening? So guys, what do you think about this? I don't want to be very long. I want you to think very hard about this. I want you to think very hard about this. Do we think as South African, what you are doing to Nigerians will not at the long run make our relationship to deteriorate? Will it not at the end of the day? Maybe because relationships between countries are maintained by contractors and also by the understanding. You see? And also like it is not like contracts only, but the relationship between peoples, it also influence the strength of the contracts that are being made. If Nigeria can say today, no, we are no longer going to prioritize South Africa in oil. Let us reduce to that oil we are selling to South Africa maybe by 20%. You will feel that 20%. And they say now we will try, and then we'll try. In the meanwhile, while we are trying to find a feel of that 20%, what will happen? You will feel it. So I just want to hear you from the comment section on what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Thank you very much. Please make sure that you like and you subscribe.